if you're present with us and wishes to speak with me, I would be very, very grateful. It is a frustrating piece of equipment, believe me. Can you touch the bell again? It just went off camera. Possibly a response. Can you stop? Thank you, thank you. We know you're here. Can you do it again for us? There was 2 REM pods gone off there. The main REM pod, the spurt pod, has gone off again. With a what's that? Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and a massive welcome to 78 new people. So what I do here is I do paranormal investigations. I also do a mixed array of other content, but today we're doing a paranormal investigation. And usually what I do is we go to locations where we think that we may get activity in that. Sometimes known paranormal hotspots, sometimes not, because I believe spirits are around us a lot of the time. Now we're back at this location, and this is Shrove School. Why am I here? Well, the main reason why I'm here is it is going to rain and I need a roof over my head. Is it haunted? I don't like to use the word haunted anymore, it's an overused word, but I did do spirit box sessions here before with various degrees of success. So I'm going to quickly show you around a rural Irish school. Is there history to the place? Possibly. I don't look deep into histories of locations. I don't like to use the history as an influence for a paranormal investigation. I go in there, I feel the energies, I try to make contact, that's all I do. I don't know how long this video is going to go. Hopefully in a couple of weeks we can do some lives as well. So I'm going to show you around, folks. I'm going to show you around what a typical old Irish school is. Now this school was built in 1958. We are an extremely rural area, and a lot of the schools in the rural areas, their numbers dwindled. So anybody that was on the outskirts or in country areas, they all went to a bigger school in a bigger town. So we're going to show you around. First of all, this is the hallway. Now this is one of the more cleaner abandoned locations I have been in, i.e. little or no destruction from human beings, which I tend to be in a lot. No graffiti or anything like that, just natural decay of paint peeling off walls and ceilings kind of coming down because they are actually a little bit damp. That is a bathroom, boys' bathroom, and down the other end is the girls' bathroom. But there is probably the boys' cloakroom, if that's the boys' bathroom. But here is where the children hung up their coats, and Go down the hallway here to one of the classrooms. Now, that is an extremely bright colour. But this is one of the classrooms. There actually is a fireplace to keep the place warm. There is no central heating as such. And this is the view across Donegal Bay. So hopefully I will give you a chance to see the area that I'm in at the end of this video. Okay, we have REM activity while setting up, and I don't know which side. I had one on each end of the corridor here, one REM device here. Can you touch the REM pod again, please? Can you touch the bell for us if you're present with us? If there's anybody here at all. We don't mean you any harm. We just came to make contact with you. If that's okay with you. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly where I put these REMs. There's one. That was a bird, folks. There's one over here, which is the spirit pod by Paranormal. I'm actually going to put it in the middle of the room. Right, next door, that's birds, folks. Next door we have another one. Another mini REM. Can you do it again for us? There was 2 REM pods gone off there. The main REM pod, the spirit pod, has gone off again. Hello. If you are here with us, can you touch that bell for us to clarify that you're here? Don't mean you any harm. We're just here to make contact with you. We have a number of devices that you can speak through, and you will be able to talk to us. Isn't that nice? Okay, I'm going to continue setting up, and then I'll be back to you in a little second, you know. I've had a thermal imaging camera for months now, and it was giving a little bit of trouble, but it's up and running properly now. So we are going to do a thermal sweep. There is a house just down from us, and you can hear people. So what the fuck is that? I'm going to need to check to see if there's anybody outside here. Sounded like a child, but it sounded so close. That's the people over them bushes in that house. That's what it is, I think. Right, we're going to sweep. I'm going to change over palette for a sec. The blue areas is the cold areas. The red and the yellow areas are the hot areas. The top temperature in the right hand corner is the actual temperature. The temperature on the bottom left is the lowest temperature, and the temperature on the right hand side is the maximum temperature. I'm actually in the hallway now, as you can see. There's areas that is actually the back wall, so don't know why there's two. That is actually the ceiling, where a layer of plaster has come off, and that's it there. So that would explain that. The reason why I'm going back to black and white is because in some way it kind of shows the room better. We're going into darker light now. If there's any spirits here, would you like to touch the black bells on the middle of the whole floor, on both sides of the hall? If you're present with us and wishes to speak with me, I would be very, very grateful if you could make contact with me. And if you wish to speak, just press that bell. Press that black bell on the floor. The bad news is my camera decided to malfunction. While the camera was off, I was walking through here, and you just missed that. I asked a number of times, would if there was any presence here, would they let off one of the bells, and I got it, but it was actually off camera. So I'm going to have to see if I can turn this around. No, I have to turn it around each time. I have to turn it off each time. Can you press the bell for us again, please? Any bell. Any of the black bells that are on the floor for us. I'm not going to say REM pod. You mightn't understand. Whoa. Can you confirm that you're here by pressing the bell again for us, please? The energy in here is quite intense. I have pins and needles in my arms and my hands and my face. So there possibly is something here. We don't know, but possibly. But I feel like there is. Can you press the bell for us again? I'm going to sit down here, and if you want to speak to me, just press the bell for us. I'm not used to filming like this, folks, so. But I did want to get out. There was no reason for that camera to go out. but I just can't get it on. Can you touch any of the bells for me, please? I've only got 30 minutes of footage. I've only got 30 minutes that I can record here. Sorry, the focus is a little bit off. Is there any spirits out here? Anybody out here that wishes to speak with me? Press the bell, the black bell with the aerial that's coming out of the top of it. If you press those, they will light up, they will make a noise, they will not harm you. It just shows that you're here. Missed it off camera, but it was here. It was in here again. Thank you. Do you remember me from being here before? Can you put it off once if you can remember me? Twice if you've never seen me before. Sorry, I'm shaking. I didn't bring a stand for this phone, because I normally don't use it. I normally use a camera, you know. Are you still with us? If you're still with us, can you let off one of the devices? The one nearest to you, can you touch the bell? I know I'm being annoying probably. I feel this room is a lot more intense than the other one that I've been in. Right. You're not going to ring the bell. We're going to go on to something else that you might communicate with us. Hopefully, we might be able to hear your voice. Turn on a bell if that's okay with you. It's the only way at the moment that I can communicate with you. Otherwise, you may be able to speak into the camera's audio. This device I have in my hand. But I won't hear it in real time. You understand that? Right, I'm going to do a spirit box in that other room actually. But here is here's the room that I have set up my little station where I can put my stuff, and there's my camera that has let me down for the first time in 2 years. Is there any spirits here that wishes to speak with me? Can you use this device? Wow. Can you tell us, if you're here, what your name is? Arthur? I'll have to listen back. Don't hear everything in real time. Can you tell us why you were here in the school? Feel free to still use the bell if you want my attention. Any of the bells in both of the classrooms and on both ends of the corridor.
Sure.
Can I ask, are you adult or a child? Do you mind me being here to speak with you? You want to walk around? I don't know how people fill in their phones. If you can see me right now, you can see me. Can you tell me what colour clothes I am wearing today? If you're standing in front of me, can you touch that bell to confirm that you are standing in front of me? Yeah? Can you do it for me then? I know I'm asking you to jump through hoops, but I really need to know that you are here with us. My two hands are actually numb right now. Are you affecting me right now? Are you the energy that's in the room? I'm going to stand in this cloakroom for a second to see if I can feel any energy change in here. No, I'm getting a relief of energy here. It's it is not as intense, to be honest. What about in here?
Win. Slit.
There's a little bit of this end of the room. I can feel it in my fingers. And then I step out of it. I'm out of it here. Just when I step here. Is this your energy affecting me right now? Megan. Is your name Megan? Or was that just radio?
Line. Four.
What about the teacher's bathroom? Is this the teacher's bathroom? There's a smell of wee in here. It's disgusting. I need to leave here. Honestly. Are you connected with the student?
Get him.
Oh, just a reminder to listen to these Spirit Box sessions. You need to be wearing headphones. Is there any presence here in this room? This big bell here, you press that and tell us that you're here. Can you touch it for us? I'll go back into the room. I'm going to go back into the room where I feel the most energy. It just happens to be the room where I know where to sit. Are you here with us? Yes?
Okay, script.
We get money.
Writing.
If you're still in this room, can you press the bell that's in the middle of the floor? Philip. It's the second investigation that I've had the word Philip come up.
Drink him up.
Who's Philip?
Metric.
Can I ask? Can I ask? Can I ask the spirits follow me around? Do I have spirits following me around?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who are those spirits? What's their names?
Jason.
Jason. That came up on the screen before. If I made a comparison to another investigation, Jason did come up. Why does Jason follow me? Why does Jason follow me? Are you present? Are you still here? I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, can you make a bell ring? No? You're right. None of these bells have gone off in some time. And there was a time where all four bells were going off. Rem. Yeah, the bells, that's what they're called. Yeah, they're called REM pods. I had all four of these REM pods going off camera while I was trying to fix my camera, which is possibly completely burnt out from overuse. I hope not. I'm getting energy right here. I'm getting pins and needles right here. Sorry I can't turn the camera to myself, but I would have to stop the camera. I don't do jump cuts. When I'm doing a spirit box, I'm just going to let it run. Spirits, yes. Can you confirm you're here again by saying the word spirits? Just. You say spirits again for me. Something just hit me on the top of the head, which is probably a little piece of paint or something.
Stop.
Was that a piece of paint, or did you touch me? Did you touch me, or was that a piece of paint off the roof? Nobody's touched any bells, so I don't know if anyone's here. Does anybody want to touch a bell and confirm that they're here?
All right.
Is there somebody in this room right now? I feel there's somebody in this room right now. Can you touch the bell if you're in this room? Or touch any bell, the nearest bell to you. My fingers are getting sore from holding this camera because I have trouble with my fingers. I'm going to have to finish this up now soon. My fingers, yes. If I heard you correctly. Did you say fingers?
30.
Whoa. Can you do that again? Can you touch that REM pod again for me? Touch the bell for me.
See ya.
Can you touch the bell for us again, just to confirm you're here?
Sir.
Or the nearest bell to you?
Hard. Oh, I.
I'm running out of time, folks. I'm running out of time.
Okay.
I need to say goodbye. Can you ring the bell if you can hear me? Ring any bell that you can hear me. I need to say goodbye to you. I'm sorry, Spirit. Can you ring any bell that is around me? The nearest bell to you, please, to say that you're here and you understand that I have to go now. Was that something in front of me there? I don't. Was that something that flashed past? I need to review that. Right, I'm going to say goodbye. Can you say goodbye back to me? And you don't follow me home. Do you understand? Yes. Right, I'm going to stop now. Briefly, without the spirit box, if you are still here with us, if there's anybody still here with us, can you confirm that? Can you confirm that you're here? And tell us that you're here by pressing one of those bells that's on the floor. It's a black box with an aerial sticking out of the top of it, an antenna. You touch that, the light will come on, it will make a sound, it will not harm you in any way. Folks, I'm really disappointed that I had a malfunction on the camera. We're going to go home and try and see if I can fix it. And but we may have got stuff there. I'm not 100% sure. But we did capture some of the REM reactions on camera. Whether they were reactions from me or not, we don't particularly know. But I came out and give it a go. Unfortunately, equipment let us down this time. Advice: when you're going to go out in an investigation, bring more than one camera. and bring more than one battery. But this is me telling it what like it is. I do things in a way that I just let the camera run. I try to have as less jump cuts as possible to try to keep the evidence as pure as possible. And you know, we've had great success in some of our investigations in the past. So we haven't seen some of those, go and watch those. And those people that have been with me from day one, if you see any of those new people, give them a greeting from me. And you know, no doubt they will be very welcoming, as they always are to everybody that comes in to the chat. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will start doing a few lives. I won't be doing all lives because it is not suitable for all locations, but we'll do some of them, you know. I still do pre-recorded stuff, but I hope you enjoyed the little bit that I had to show you today. Folks, I am back in my house. Something went wrong with the camera. I have a big massive battery and it was full when I left the house. The minute I came into the school and started to set up the camera, I noticed that it had gone down to 1 bar. So I normally charge up everything before I leave, and especially the camera, so I don't know what was going on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back tomorrow, so this video is not over. I just want to document how I'm feeling right now. Up until a few minutes ago, from when I left, which is about 10 or 15 miles away, I had pins and needles all over my face. My hands were really numb as well, and my arms. There's some energy in there that just it was intense, and I'm actually drained. So, you know, if there was something in there draining the battery, I wouldn't be surprised. It happens sometimes at locations. We cannot explain it, but I cannot explain anything else. But I'm going to take the information that I got tonight. I'm going to go through the I'm going to go through the footage. I'm going to go through the spirit box, and I have information. If that spirit box was successful and I get responses, what I have is information to carry over until tomorrow. So I can. Names came up. If I asked for names, I got names back. I have names to call out now when I go back. So that's why I never normally do this. I normally do one investigation per night. You know, if I go out for an investigation, I do the whole investigation in the one day. It just because of what's happened here now, it's carried on. Normally, when you see an investigation on television, it's a half an hour to 1 hour long. What we tend to do is we tend to just roll the camera. If an investigation went on for 3, 4, 5 hours, the footage is just put together without fancy editing, without fancy music. Yes, I put in an intro and an outro sometimes, but all in all, what I do is I just build up the files and I just put it out as raw as possible, because I don't want to tamper with any evidence that I do capture, you know, because alternate in any way or editing, over editing can contaminate evidence, and that's why we just go raw. So, you know, I might as well go live, but can't do it at the moment. But we will see you tomorrow when we continue on this investigation. And it gives me a chance to check over the equipment, bring in new equipment if I possibly can, and Right, we'll see you in the morning, or tomorrow, sometime. Hello everybody, this is actually day 2. As you'll gather, I had some technical issues yesterday with the camera and stuff, so I had to cut the investigation short last night. But last night, I went home and I went through the footage. Now, when I left, and during the investigation, I was saying I had pins and needles in my hands, my face and stuff like that. That kind of continued the whole night. Hence, I didn't have any sleep. Technically, physically, I wanted to just go home and sleep. But mentally, because we got interaction last night, I was itching to get back here and continue on and see what we got. And it gave me an opportunity last night to go through the equipment and see what I was going to leave out this time and what I was going to bring in this time. I shouldn't be really telling you this, but I did bring the SLS camera. Whether it works or not is another matter, but we will give it a go, do you know? So I have a few more bits and pieces here today. So, and yesterday you saw me going around trying to feel the energies and stuff. We had pockets. We had a big pocket in the classroom next door, another pocket at the door of that classroom, another pocket of energy at the end of the girls' bathroom, and I haven't really gone around the building today. Energies move around, so I'm not in the zone at this second in time. So I'm just going to, because I've carried bags up from the car and I'm tired and stuff, I'm going to leave it a second, and then we're going to walk around, see if there's any more pockets of energy. It works in a similar way as if you had a crystal in your hand, right? If you have a crystal in your hand, try and get a big enough crystal and just gently move across, not touching the crystal, but just moving your hand over and back on it. You'll feel this slight little change. You know, you'll feel it in your fingers. It works in a similar way. It kind of helps when you have short sleeve t-shirt on. But I'll be back to you in a second. I walked around the building. To be honest with you, didn't pick up anything like I picked up yesterday. But maybe I've just entered the building. Maybe it needs a bit of time or whatever. I went around and done a static sweep with this, and I just modified it and put a little switch on like this. So I went around and I was picking up a little bit of static in the hallway. But you know, we're in an abandoned building full of dust, and static builds up on dust. So you know, nothing really significant in that. But oh yes, yesterday when I says I felt like something hit me on the top of the head, and it could be paint and that, I had the spirit box on, and it said stone. So you know, I asked, did you throw something at me? Or did, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I know I got a direct response saying stone. Now, that isn't scary or anything like that. It's happened to me 3 times. And sometimes it just feels like, you know, we're going around with our equipment and trying to contact and all the rest of it. And, you know, if it's spirits, maybe they're in a different direction altogether. Our equipment is not, without its flaws and that, and maybe it was just throwing a stone at me, say, hey, I'm over here, you know. It's not malicious and that. And one of the things that I try to do on any investigation is just not be afraid. Things do happen, just to try and keep you cool and that. Once you show fear and stuff like that, you've already messed up. So, you know, just keep that in mind in an investigation and that. But, you know, investigations, you see them on YouTube, you know, with scary thumbnails and scary titles and haunted this and haunted that. Don't believe in a lot of that stuff, you know. I'm interested in facts. So we're going to go and think of what I'm going to use. I'm thinking of doing a little spirit box session while I'm walking around. So what I normally do is I normally use a pair of headphones and put one of the microphones inside that headphones, so I'm hearing direct, and it's easier for me to hear responses and stuff. So as I'm walking around, I can hear better responses and that. And you know, if you're in an area where there's maybe people living next door, and you want to keep the noise down, that's a good way to do it. You know, these here, you get them on eBay. They're about £13, and they come in this little pouch with a lot of little accessories. You just put your little wind deflectors on like that, and it's a double microphone. You know, you can hook one onto your shirt and one inside in the inside in the earpiece, so the sound that's coming through the headphones goes through the microphone and connect your microphone to your camera, you know. Right, I was setting up my REM pods, and it wasn't about this REM pod, but it was about the one next door. Can you stop? Can you stop? Thank you. Can you stop? All right. Can you stop? Please stop. We know you're here. Come on. It was actually the paraforce had actually gone off in that room there, so. Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop, please? I'm gonna move it just in case there was environmental factors involved in that. Okay, right. We got one in the hallway this time. We had one on each end of the hallway. We have one in the middle of the girls' cloakroom. We have baby Rem here. We have the paraforce in the second classroom, and we have another baby Rem there, which I haven't modified. It's just standard. And okay, I'm going to swap. Because what I'm getting is, I'm getting this green one is the one that goes off the most. And I just want to rule out environmental factors. I'm going to put this, I'm just going to swap them over. Okay, we've stopped now. Right. I'm going to get on with what I had originally intended to do, and that was to do a spirit box. So that's what we're going to do, baby. Can we stop? Can we stop? Right, I want to rule out wind. I'm going to move it again. I'm going to put it at the entrance of the teacher's bathroom. Okay. Can we stop? Can we stop? Thank you. Can you press the bell again, please? If you are here with us. I'm starting to feel the static now a bit. You know, it's starting to build up a little bit, you know. But yeah, it went off when it was in there, and it's kind of a sheltered in there. So I was trying to rule out wind. Right. Spirit box. And headphones. Can you touch the bell again? It just went off camera. Possibly a response. Can you stop? Thank you. Thank you. We know you're here. We know you're here. We know you're here. Can you stop? Was that a coincidence? I don't know. Right. We're just going to continue on do spirit box. Right. So we're going to use the Roberts. This old crappy looking Roberts. And the REM is going off again. But sure, we're just going to continue on. You can hear it there now. Right, that REM pod that was going off, I've temporarily turned it off. I just called out to the spirits. I says, if you want to ring the bell, you're going to have to ring another bell. And there's one in each room. So we're going to go around with the spirit box and call out and see if we get some responses like we did yesterday.
Sort of really popular. I had
hello, spirits. Hello, spirits. Try to hear the word spirits. Is that confirmation? Is that confirmation that you're here? Can you say the word spirits again if you are here, just to confirm that you're here?
Absolutely. And once please.
my life. I've been put you down in bed. The new oh, you've got the catchphrase.
You have an opportunity to get my attention by pressing the bells with the antennas, the aerials that are sticking up the bottom. You just touch those, it will make a sound, and you can speak with us. Do you remember me from yesterday?
Song.
It's a really great remix.
Can you hear my voice? Zoe. Could be radio.
But Sam Smith. Ronson.
Wonderful.
Can you confirm that you're here by saying the word spirit for me, please?
This kid when I'm alive.
I just
Can you tell me what your name is? We had a Jason yesterday. Is there a Jason here?
he wrote.
Thought I heard Jason coming up. Is there a Jason here? If there is a Jason, can you say Jason again for me, please?
Recorded in 90.
Changes.
Just want to figure out what.
So much I can leave please. Right. They're called lack.
Cool.
Oh, I love the thing.
Sorry, folks. I just want to figure out what's going on over here.
I lost my daughter and afraid half of Albar is cold. Double one.
Oh, there's a speedboat and a jet ski.
That's how I started running.
I can grab a window.
Right, back to the job at hand, folks. If you're in this room, will you press the bell for me in the middle of the floor? I'd be really grateful. I know I'm asking you to do a lot of things.
So just
I like this a lot. Over the next few. Subject easy.
I heard a knocking over in the corner here. If you just knocked, can you knock again for me? Can you knock for me? Not going to get it. What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to change over boxes. This is actually my favorite. I don't feel it's... I feel it's a little bit slow today for some reason. So I'm going to change over boxes. I'm going to try the PSP 11. I know it's a bit noisy, but I actually use the unicorn mode on this, so it should be a little bit quieter. Right, that is turned off. Maybe this device will be easier for you to talk through. Can you speak with us? Can you talk to me? Can you come and speak with us? There's hardly anything going through this. Can you speak through this? Can you touch the bell again if you're here? There's no point in me keeping that on when there's nothing coming through. Doesn't sound like there's anything coming through. Obviously, I told you earlier on I had temporarily turned the REM off in the teacher's bathroom, and it was actually this REM that went off here. So can you touch the bell again for us? Right, I'm going to go and change over boxes once more. The PL660 worked for me the last time here, so I'm going to try this. That sounds more promising, I think. Possibly. Is this easier for you? Different boxes behave differently to different locations. Yes, it does. Yeah. Can you tell us what your name is? Do you remember me from yesterday? You can use this device to speak, and I will hear you. If you want to speak to me, just speak. Use the device, whatever way you can, to talk to us. Do you remember me from yesterday? No? And what is your name? Can you tell us what your name is? Do you mind me being here? I came yesterday to speak with you. Do not be afraid. I come with respect. If you could speak with us, I would be so grateful. My energy, the REM pods after going off. Can you touch it again for me, please? Can you touch the bell? Let us know you're here. All right, I'm going to close this session down. I still have another spurt box up my sleeve or in my bag, and I will use it later on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a static, the static SLS. Fingers crossed that it actually works. I've tested it at home, never used it out here, out on location, so fingers crossed that everything goes to plan. Right, I have spent ages on this, so much so that the battery is about to go flat in the laptop. What it's saying there is, and I've changed the batteries a number of times, and it says it's not powered. So I'm going to have to leave that for another day. It is a frustrating piece of equipment, believe me. It is a pain in the backside. But I've wasted enough time on this. It's time to go on and do something else. While I was trying to get that to work, obviously I didn't have the camera on, but I could hear whispering sort of in the next room, and I was sure that there was somebody here, and I walked through it hallway. Who's here? Can you ring the bell again for us? Thank you. If that's you. Can you do it again for us, just to confirm you're here? Don't mean you any harm. Come on, come closer. But what I was saying was, I was sure people came into the building, you know, and I looked around, thought there was somebody came on the scene and that, and there's nobody here. To be honest with you, I just turned it. To be honest with you, I was kind of scared. To be honest with you, you know, it was. One thing is human beings coming onto the scene while you're trying to investigate, and then finding out there's nobody here, you know. So I don't know, you know, just listen out for the audio throughout the whole video, and you possibly can pick up EVPs on the camera. So, you know, there's a possibility that EVPs are embedded in this audio. We don't know. Can you touch the device for us again, please? If you're here, or any of the devices, the ones closest to you. Is that the one closest to you? If it is, can you do it again? Is that the device closest to you? There's somebody cutting grass, which isn't helping matters, but we'll just proceed. You going to touch it again for me? If you could show yourself as a light normally, if you're here, it would be fantastic. Give us some sign that you're here. Don't be afraid of the device that's in my hand. It's just a camera, that's all. What the fuck is that? That's somebody nailing something, I think. That's me. That was me. See, what happens is, somebody makes a sound up here. It echoes in here. And it makes it sound like it's coming from the building itself. I think it's the same case of what happened yesterday. These windows are out. And there was people talking in the bar that's just behind those bushes, and it's a bar and restaurant called The Drunken Duck, above all things. Will you come into this room and speak to us? Be great if you could. I know I tried to get all technical today and it didn't work, but sometimes it's just good to sit and listen and watch with just a camera, you know, because after the camera went out yesterday and I had no space left on my phone, I continued on the investigation. I was getting great responses on the REM pods, and I was just sitting here on the floor, you know. And you know, done a spirit box session too. It's not recorded or anything like that, and I was getting great responses and that. That's a bird that just came into the building here. A little swift. Oh, hallway again. Okay, we know you're here. You can stop that now. Thank you. Can you stop it for me? Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? You're going to have to stop or I will stop, because you're going to run my battery down. Or is it other environmental factors? I'm actually going to move it to somewhere else, and I'm going to put the REM pod that's at the teacher's bathroom back out here. There's one here. Oh. That wasn't going right. Can you press that button for us? Press that bell for us. Okay, I'm going to do something else. What I'm going to do is temporarily take this out of the picture. I'm not going to make things easy for them because that is the one device. Oh, there's one here that I forgot about. Maybe we'll put you out on the other side, like yesterday, but just further in. I want to leave you there. Okay, we got 2 bells on the hallway. If you wish to communicate, you got a bell in each classroom, and 2 in the hallway, and 2 in the cloakroom. If you want to communicate with us, you can. I'm actually going to do another spirit box. The spirit box session yesterday was great. Today I don't feel not so good, but I don't know what I pick up until I go home and review the footage. But we're going to use a Radio Shack 12-587. They say the holy grail of spirit boxes. I don't fully agree, but we're going to give it a shot. I find it is very staticky sometimes. It is prone to interference and not suitable to every location, so hopefully it'll work today. I'm doing a AM sweep here, folks. Is there anyone here? Anyone still here? If there's anyone still here, can you confirm that you're here by saying the word spirits for me? I think I heard it. There's bells. Huh? I keep telling you, there's bells. They're little black devices. They're bells to tell us that you're here. I know this is possibly your home. And basically I'm an intruder, but I hope you welcome me, because I do not mean any harm. I'm trying to give you a voice to speak. Can you tell us? Can you tell us what your name is? My name is Samantha. Can you tell me yours? Because I don't know what to call you. Is tea bag still here? When did this school close? When did this school close? I don't feel I'm getting the holy grail of communication here. I want to try and scan on FM.
Worried about their freshness. They just don't look.
Are you still here?
Start.
I think I heard a yes in the background. You're here. I might be able to hear your name more clearly if you could tell it. I might be able to hear your name more clearly if you could tell it to me again.
Another triple foot. And then in 2005, a minister in Chancellor Angela Merkel's first centre-right CDU government.
It keeps stop scanning on FM. It was okay on AM. Do you mind me being here? I don't know if we can see you. FM stereo scan.
I don't. Shell shaker with that. And you know.
Can you touch the bell in the middle of this room? Come closer and touch the bell for me. And just confirm that you're here.
Weeks ago. Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. I wouldn't mind a cup of tea. That was possibly radio.
And see where you turn like the Ruben.
I'm going back to AM. It just keeps stopping. Are you still here? Me getting up off the floor. If you're still here, can you say the word spirits for me? Spirit ghosts?
I'm
That's me. Can you tell me why you're here?
Backhand.
Are you connected with school? If you're in this hallway, can you press one of the bells, the nearest one to you? Don't know what that was about. I asked this yesterday, is there spirits following me? Sure, possibly. Who is the spirits that are following me? There's something embedded there in the background, possibly. There's a wee bird. If you're with me right now, can you touch that bell for me? If you're in this room. Can you ring any of the bells in this hallway?
It's true. Done, man.
I'm going to finish up. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to turn this off. Is there anything you want to say before I turn it off? No?
Turns.
feel the energy is building up in this room. Not as strong as yesterday, but I can feel there's an energy building up in here. Is there somebody in here? I'm going to stop this now. Is there anything you want to say before I stop? Can you turn on the bell again for me? If you're here, just one of the bells had gone off. Which one? Can you press the bell for us? Right, I'm going to turn this off. Yesterday, when I started this investigation, I had this Duracell, a brand new Duracell. Well, it's only a couple of weeks old actually. A brand new Duracell rechargeable battery, and I put that in the charger. It was fully charged, and that it's gone flat. The laptop was fully charged this morning. It's gone flat. My energy, it's gone flat. So there's something in here that's draining energy. It's using energy. Possibly, you know, the theory is that spirits use energy to do their thing. You know, I don't. You know, it's not scientifically proven. But all I can tell you is the only time this has ever happened to me before was the Cooney ghost house, where everything just completely, every 10 minutes we were changing batteries like bullets. You know, it was just crazy. But this place, not as bad as the Cooney ghost house, but it's using up power very, very quickly, and it's actually using power up in the camera again as well. And you know, I wanted to make sure yesterday that the battery was fully charged. You know, you could put things down to faulty batteries, but when things start going out one by one, it's strange. You know, not as much as the Cooney ghost house, but it's the second time this has all happened to me. So I think I wish I could go on, but I'm every 10 or 15 minutes I'm taking a 20-minute, half an hour break, and I'm gone to the stage now where I'm just I think it's time to finish. You know, don't feel the energy was as strong today, but it's starting to sort of build up now. I just can't go on with this. Hopefully we picked up stuff. Hopefully we picked up stuff today. I know we picked up stuff yesterday because I went through the footage and that. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and a big massive thank you to all the people that are part of this channel, and a big massive welcome to approximately 80 people. I worked hard on my channel over the weekend, and Friday night, and I hardly got any sleep. I mean, like, I just worked. I didn't get any sleep last night. Because I just felt statically charged after leaving here, and I stayed up. I was up and down all night, and I had the computer on, and I was doing more work, you know, trying to build up our channel to pass 1,000 subscribers. Numbers is not important when it comes to paranormal evidence, don't get me wrong. And I always say this, it's not about numbers, it's not about views, it's not about, oh, please guys, go smash the like button and all the rest of it. I don't ask this. I don't ask that on paranormal investigations because I just don't feel, these videos are about views and subs, I really appreciate it. It's a great community we have here. If you're new to the channel, when you see a premiere coming up, go into the chat and talk to people. People will automatically, straight away, will say hello to you. They're very friendly people, and I am very grateful for them, but I am going to pack up, and I'm going to show you some scenery of the area when I put this stuff in the car. Right, now that I'm off the property, the reasons why I wanted to get out of there was, I told you earlier on that I stayed up most of the night on Friday night, didn't get any sleep yesterday, and I did feel like there was energy draining from both equipment and myself, but I just felt like, I didn't feel that it was negative or anything, but I just felt in a vulnerable position, like last night, you could feel this tingling sensation on your hands, arms, face, and sometimes your feet, and it was starting to build up again, and it was starting to make me feel sick. Now, was it that energy that was making me feel sick? No, I don't think so. I think it was more of a case that I was not at my best, and I took the decision that it was time to pack it in, because when you're doing investigations, you need to be at your strongest. I'm not saying that there's negative, it's all full of negative stuff. You see the YouTube videos, a lot of it's bullshit, but I just felt that it was time to finish up, because I was just feeling in a vulnerable position, and the thoughts could go through your head that I was being pushed out and stuff like that. I don't think I was, but because of that vulnerability, I just felt threatened, and I don't think it was anything in that building as per se, But yeah, we're gonna show you a few bits and pieces around here, and then I'm going to finish. I'm in the nearby town of Greencastle. Behind me is actually Greencastle Castle, and in my early days of investigating, I used to investigate this. Now that I have more experience, I will do it again sometime soon, and Rachel will be with us as well. But I'm going to show you across the bay here for a second. Across here, I'm going to pan in slowly. Across here is the ferry that is the other side of Donegal, County Donegal, and that ferry is on the way over to Greencastle, where there is a number of cars waiting to cross the channel there. So around this area, absolutely beautiful views. What you have here is Greencastle Fort, and as you can see, it is now a building site where possibly they're bringing it back to its former glory. And inside here was the Fort Bar, and it had been abandoned for years, and I was in the process of possibly trying to get the lend of the keys to investigate that pub, because of links to podcasts from the local radio station who actually investigated that particular bar and found it to be very, very active. Whether it's active now in its destructive state, don't know, but I'm not going to be able to get into it. But that is the fort itself over there. Plenty of history, and you know, we're very close to the coastline here, you know, and Greencastle itself is a fishing town, you know. Across the road is the a yellow abandoned house that I done one of my first investigations, and with mixed results, but I'm going to finish it for now, folks, because I've gone on enough, and I have to go home and edit this video and watch some paranormal tech. So I will see you in the next one, folks. There's the actual house. It's just coming out of the driveway of the fort here. That's the actual house that I investigated. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and you can go and have a look at it. Or would I mention paranormal tech? People that are new to my community, Paranormal Tech is another paranormal investigator that investigates very, very nice places in Ireland. So if you type into YouTube Paranormal TECH, you'll see a black picture with Paranormal Tech in red writing. Click on that, subscribe. Very, very nice places, very, very good investigation. So see you in the next one, folks. And there is the lighthouse, and I'm going to show you the beach now. One of the many beaches along this coast.